some of the interviews, like what we're doing here, but I have some things that I've done in the past at the Chicago Drum Show. Very impromptu interviews of some of the collectors that you know, some of the top guys, Mike Corrado, Dave Brown from England, Bonnie, and they would talk to me at length. So we're thinking of working that out somehow so that you can enjoy those via the website or YouTube or whatever.
We're going to make you the Montel Williams.
That's what he's saying. Now,
YouTube drum collector.
If any of you get to see these interviews, they're nothing special, made with just a regular home camera, but it's fun because they're just talking to me like we are right now.
If you're enjoying this, you're a drum geek.
And my whole demeanor is kind of goofy at that show, but I have fun doing it, and I never really intended for them to be publicized at all. It was just kind of a collection for myself. So,
let me touch on this thing about the punctuality
yes.
of the magazine. A lot of people are probably curious as to why some years there were only 3 issues, and they came at odd times. I think one year there was only 2 issues. Mm-hmm. This basically came from John and Bill when they were each of their era, when they were the publishers. Basically, this is not all that they did. They were, active drummers. Mm-hmm. They were involved in the industries in other ways, and this was basically a sideline. I am not going to treat it that way. I run my drum shop business. I also have a manufacturing business, which is Famous Drums, and then I've taken this on, and I run everything like a business, and it basically runs like a little military outfit. Everybody that works for me has their job to do, and I make sure that they get it done on time. Now, I've not limited John in what he's doing. What I'm doing is I've taken over, at his request, some of the things that he does. Mm-hmm. Okay, not a lot, but enough to make it so that he can get everything done on time. Okay, in addition to being, REO keeps him out on the road all the time.
Yes.
And then he's engraving these drums all the time. Now, Bill ran into the problem of course, last year his dad died, yes. And then he went through 2 ankle surgeries. I mean, talking about a rough year, man. He had. And Bill and I have known each other since, 1986. I think when he came to my drum shop in Mississippi with one of the artists when he was the artist guy for Ludwig. Who did he come with? He came with the guy that was playing for. Oh gosh, I can't remember.
There's a million of them.
There's a million of them. They all sound alike. But anyway, it's a little bit different story now because I'm more, and I'll be the first to admit it, I know less about vintage drums and vintage drum collecting than most everybody else that is connected with this magazine. But what I do better than all of them is run a business. And this is a business, and it needs to be expanded, and it needs to be brought back to what it used to be, which was the central information place for drum collectors. And I think it's very doable.
And now that you've got the internet, which is what John didn't have in the beginning, you've got that to work with now. You've got that website. I'm pretty excited about it.
The internet is nothing but a glorified telephone and TV. I mean, and you just have to use it. That's the main thing. You have to know when and why and how to use it. And it's all about communication. And that is very important not only to the readers, they want communication from you, they want information from you. It's also very important to the advertisers. They want to know that they're getting repetition through every media that you can use so that their advertising dollars are spent well.
So there you have it. Actually, with this magazine, it can only get better and better. You can see we've got a very dedicated person now at the helm, running things, and it's going to be, I'm very excited about what's going to happen in the future. But that's not the only thing he's doing. He said he's a man of many faces here. He's got a drum show, and he wants me to talk about the Southern Drum Show. How are you going to pull this one off with the magazine and your other businesses?
Well, I used to live in Nashville, and that's where I met John. In fact, when John moved out of his office in the sound check rehearsal facility, I moved into his office. Mm-hmm. I used to hang out with John and just go over there and bug him while he was trying to do his work, And that's where we became friends, and that's why he contacted me about getting involved in the magazine this past year. John Rand.